Hey, what's up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of The Road to Glory. Today's episode is powered by my sponsor Elgato Gaming. As you guys know, I use the HD60S capture card. I've got the green screen going right now. If you guys are looking to up your game when it comes to content creation, these are the sorts of products that I could not recommend highly enough to you guys. So, as always, there is a link down below in the description. Check them out. Thank you so much in advance. Let's get into today's episode. So, you know what my team's looking like, right? And we've brought in Lone and Dom because we managed to get him in a daily objective the other day. And I'm going to carry on in this online singles fun times to try and unlock Rafael Leao, the 86 rated Future Stars that is available in the weekly objectives. So my team has changed ever so slightly in the fact that at the end of the last episode, I brought Kimpembe because Perrin wasn't quite cutting it, and instead of Luis Gustavo, instead of having Luis Gustavo in the starting lineup and then instantly switching him to Schweinsteiger, we're just going to start this Ndombele and play him, and then later on in the game I can bring Rabiot off, bring Schweinsteiger on, and it's all good. So that was the idea of it, and they might as well have renamed this tourney, or this weekly objective, the Bring on Zlatan and Tevez objective, because that's what I do. That's what pretty much, I would say, like 80% of the people I come up against would. It's good. I'm not going to lie. I really like the objective in the way that they've told us we can't use icons and you can't use players from the main, like, 4 other leagues. So Serie A, Prem, La Liga and Bundesliga, right? Because there's a lot of crazy meta players in there that everyone uses in their regular teams that they would bring on. So I do like the fact that they've left it kind of open. So if you have got the right players at your disposal, you can bring them in and that can help you somewhat. Because let's face it, bringing on Zlatan flashback is better than using Memphis Depay up front, in my opinion anyway. So that was very helpful for me. But of course, pretty much everyone did the Zlatan SBC, I'm kind of sure, because it was so well priced. And it just seems like everyone's got him because they literally all bring him on. So it's just basically a French League Gun side with Zlatan and Tevez versus a French League Gun side with Zlatan or Tevez or both. So yeah, I mean, these games right here, the first couple that I played, you know, at the end of the last episode, were a lot sweatier than some of these have been. I told you in the last episode that I was going to be going with a different technique. I was going to just try and get 3 wins per day for the rest of the week, and then on Friday I would only need to get 2 wins, and it would be a really stress-free, easy way. Maybe spend like an hour and a half every day this week trying to unlock this player. And then I came across like a few extra hours of time, and I kept getting rage quits and stuff. And I rage quit this one right here. I kind of had a rule for myself that was like, first goal wins. If my opponent seemed good and they scored first, I would quit and move on and not waste any time. And then, because a lot of my opponents were doing that to me, and I think that's one of the quicker ways to get these objectives done. Almost just play like a first goal, like a golden goal. And, you know, I know there are some matches, obviously, where, you know, even like this game right here, we went to the 60th minute before my opponent scored. And in that case, I'm so committed to this game because it was so even. I felt like I could still win it, that I stuck into it. I stuck in the game, and, you know, it just so happens that as I went ultra attacking, he got a second goal and I lost. I played all the way to the final whistle on that one. But if it's really early on in the game and it doesn't look like I'm gonna win, or if it looks like my opponent is a decent level of FIFA player, then I'll just let him take that one and move on into the next game. And I genuinely think that is about the quickest way that you can get this objective done. Don't waste your own time, because, you know, it's valuable, right? And guys, I haven't asked you already, but if you wouldn't mind doing me a massive favor and smashing that thumbs up button on today's video, that would be amazing. Thank you so much. We need to hit 1,700 likes today. That would be more than we've been getting lately, but if you can make that happen, you know, I would be very, very grateful. Thank you in advance for the 1,700 plus likes that we're going to get on today's video, right? This game right here was really tough up until the last sort of 15-20 minutes of the game, where I got a couple of opportunities to hit the first time finesses, and this is all literally in one day's play. After after I recorded yesterday's video, I just carried on. I just went in and played some more FIFA just to see what we would come up against. I mean, this is a strong looking side, 2 red players, so we obviously play as champs. We've got some good UCL cards in there, some decent informs as well. If you're going to buy informs from the Ligue 1, just beware that they're probably like up in price right now, but then will drop as the week goes on towards the end of the objective, where people think everyone's going to flood the market with them. But I went 1-0 up in 10 minutes and he quit, and that is just like, thank you so much. You know, we're up to 9 wins already, and we're only like 5.5 minutes into this video. We've got 5 extra wins here today, really, really quick. So then 6 p.m. rolled around, and there was a new Future Stars challenge, as well as the SBC for Ndombele, which is, at this current moment in time, and looking like it's way overpriced for what I thought it was going to be. I kind of wanted to bring Ndombele into the road to glory. I figured since we use Mbappe, we use Neymar, we use actually quite a lot of Ligue 1 players, he would be a good one to link, and then also link towards like Kante and stuff, and then go into the Prem from there. So that's a shame that we won't be doing that, because he does seem too expensive. I think he's over 300,000 coins to bring in, and I don't have that in my club right now. I could probably just about do it if I spent all of my coins and used all of the crazy stuff that I've got in my club, like really high rated stuff that I might still have in my club. But I just don't know if it's worth it to do that. I've just got to realise that I can't do every SBC, and only do the ones which are worthwhile doing. So pushing on into this next game then. This guy had a pretty rubbish team, but was one of the better players that I'd come up against all day. He brought Ibra on, so at that point you've got one of the better strikers in the game, right? But the rest of his team was just like non-rare gold. I was expecting a 1-0 rage quit, but he stuck in there and was a very, very good passer of the ball. I've come to a conclusion that I really struggle against 4-3-3. Any of the variants, but particularly the 4th one and the 2nd one. So the 2nd one is the one with the 2 centre mids and the 1 defensive mid. That's a super defensive but really wide squad. And then 4-3-3-4, I always struggle against that as well. I don't know whether it's something to do with like that's the kryptonite to 4-2-3-1. I don't know what it is, but I really struggle against it. And I find that the matches that I do lose or that I do struggle in and only just scrape a win are often against that 4-3-3. You know, you start to realise these things as you play more and more games, as to what, you know, like what things work for you, what things don't work for you, and what you struggle against. This game right here, I think, is another nice, easy one. Yeah, 7-minute 1-0 rage quit. They happen. You know, if you're doing like what I said I was doing, and pretty much play like a first goal wins, then that's all you need, you know, and that really does speed the process up for me, because I often play home games. I don't think I was just playing home games in this. I didn't really think about it. I was just playing whatever game came up. But if you get home and you score off of that first kickoff, or you score within the first 10 minutes, a lot of the time people, you know, you've gone 1-0 up, so you're at that advantage, and they're like, damn it, not worth it. It's going to be too much effort. I'll just rage quit now, get into another game. So, yeah, you know, that's pretty much how it goes. Now, I think, does he quit at 3-0 here? It looks like it, because he's going to pause. But there are an awful lot of rage quits in the online singles, because if you are battering someone, they don't want to waste their time. Why stay into the 90th minute, you know? So we ran out of games. We ran out of lone games with Ndombele with that last win. And randomly, he's in the daily objectives again. I feel like he wasn't supposed to come out the other night in the daily objectives. So all we had to do was just combine the two, and we get another 10 games with Ndombele on loan. Brilliant. So that was literally perfect timing. Couldn't have asked for better timing, really. You know, so he stays in the club. I was just going to go out and buy a Cyprian, I think, but I didn't need to in the end. So we move on into the next game. This was a weird game. So this is a Lasty scores lots of first-time finesse goals game. Now, I go 1-0 up with a yellow Neymar, and then a yellow Neymar again puts me 2-0 up. The timing has not been brilliant, and I think because we're on peer-to-peer servers, I struggle with my timing a little bit more. But then he gets a goal back in the 30th minute with Balotelli. It was nicely worked. I really struggled to defend against it, and then he pushes down the line again. And it's in these areas right here I struggle so much. I can't defend people when they're like in that between the D and the edge of the box, you know, right in the corner. I honestly concede goals so often. And then, like, you can see just in 7 FIFA minutes, I go from being 2-0 up to 3-2 down. I don't know what happened, but he just really turned it on and came at me, and I don't know. I couldn't defend against it. However, we do get a finesse shot goal there with Mbappe, and then we pretty much turn this game around again real quick. Rabiot to Ndombele, plays it to Neymar, and I just literally hit a green again. So 2 greens in very quick succession is what puts me from 3-2 down to 4-3 up. And then that crazy shot cannons off the woodwork. Literally, like, Martinez is the one which taps it home quickest. And I was just like, lol. I don't understand how that's really gone in, to be honest. And then Zlatan, well, picks it up, plays it into Tevez, hits a green. And that's my 5th timed finesse shot of the game. Eventually I win 5-4. I managed to hold out that game, but that was a really tough one against a good opponent who genuinely, like, because he couldn't move his keeper or he couldn't get the defenders in the way, I just had to use and abuse that mechanic. Now, we are a couple games away here, I think. Now, this guy scored as a belter after I feel like I had more shots than him in the first 20 minutes. But look what happens. He goes ahead and does whatever the glitch is, where you get booted. He gets the win if he does this, and I just get kicked out of the game and have to go into another one. And I think that's just so scummy. I don't like that at all. So of course he got reported, and you know, it's just it's not necessary really. Don't appreciate the full-on cheating of forcing yourself to get a win after you just go 1-0 up, because it's just not right, you know. In that game, I'd had 5 shots in the first couple of minutes, and then he scored that crazy weird goal, but I probably wouldn't have backed out of that one. I would have carried on for a little bit, because I'd already had 5 shots, and genuinely, his goal came out of nowhere. So, yeah, I just don't appreciate the full-on cheating, really. Next game. Ibra plays it down to Neymar. Look at that for a ball right to the back post, and it is Mbappe that is going to be able to stick that one into the back of the net to finish it off nicely. And Ndombele intercepts well. Mbappe to Tevez to Ibra. I hit that on the red. I don't know how that goes in on red. I really don't. It had almost as much power as like a green, but so be it. Now, Neymar gets very lucky to get into the box with that one. There were so many deflections coming off of all sorts of defenders there. It puts me 3-0 up. He's had enough, and I believe that is our 14th win. I think if everything has worked out correctly, that is going to be our 14th win, which means we have unlocked in one day, in one session, really. I know it's been 2 episodes, but yeah, in one session, we've unlocked Rafael Leao. And welcome to my ultimate team, buddy. He is 86 overall rated with 93 pace. He's got 84 dribbling, 84 shooting, 83 physical. He's like 6'2" as well, with 4-star. So as much as he doesn't look elite tier, top tier, I think he looks pretty good. And I don't know if we'll have a chance to use him, but those in-game stats, look at how quick he is, look at that strength, know that he's 4'4", and also 6'2", with 86 finishing. We can boost some of those shooting stats and some of those dribbling stats is what I think we you know, maybe sniper is good for him or something. So I'll take a look, and then maybe we can even change and adjust the team around or something. I don't really know. But I also need to get that Vinicius Jr. from Squad Battles this week, because I don't want to miss out on a 10-game loan for him. But yeah, this is basically the team that I used, bringing on those potential 3 players that are on the bench right there. Schweinsteiger, Tevez, and Ibra. Definitely the latter 2. But welcome to our club, Rafael Leao. Excellent. So I was literally going to give up. After the very first game of this session, after I went all the way to 120th minute, all the way to penalties, I was ready to give up and not bother, because am I likely to use him all the time? No. If I just wanted to stick an 86 rated player into an SBC, I could buy a 20k one off the market. So it almost didn't seem worth it to me. But then a few rage quits in, you realise that you can smash it out in just a few hours, especially if you're half decent at the game, or you can get that first goal and stuff. Anyway, guys, Thank you so much for watching. Smash that thumbs up button on today's video. Subscribe to my channel if you're new around here. Come follow me on Twitter. I know I've been saying it every video, but we are getting dangerously close to 100,000 followers. We are less than 100 away. And I'm very excited. So thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. I'll catch you next time. Peace.